What's going on, guys? It's the MC with the MC Outdoor YouTube channel. Welcome back. Today we're out at the range. We're at Dragon Man's range. So if you're in the Colorado Springs area, come out here. The guys are pretty cool. They're pretty knowledgeable. They let you know everything about the ranges, the safety, the non-safety. Today we're just going to sight in the 30-06. Get ready for this elk trip coming up. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I'm pretty sure my scope got knocked when we moved. So today I'm going to use a bore sighter just to see where we're at, and then we'll get some shooting in after that. I'm 50-50 on a bore sighter. Definitely don't just trust a firearm that's bore sighted. You definitely want to make sure that you go out, put some rounds downrange before you take it out. So we'll see how today goes. I got my target set up. We're at about, I don't know, 25-30 yards. We're just going to start there, see if we're hidden, and then I'll move out to the long range. And then I'll come back another day. They have a 220 yard range that I'll shoot after that, but I don't want to shoot too much today. Once the barrel gets hot, it gets a little iffy and a little crazy after that. So right now we're just waiting. Some other guys are setting up their targets. They're pretty cool. No rapid fire, nothing crazy like that on this range. They do have machine guns for rent as well, so that's a pretty cool option to do when you're out here. So they do 15 minutes of shooting, and then they call the range dead. You're not allowed to touch your firearm during that time. That's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, look forward to taking y'all along for the day. Alright guys, so the range is hot, so I'll have my ears on for the rest of the time. So if it sounds like I'm yelling, I probably am. Like we went over in my first video, this is my 30-06, old trusty. So I'm going to start by putting together this little laser pointer. We'll see if we can get a sight out. It is a little bright out, so if that doesn't work, we'll just go with the old tried and true method of shooting 5, seeing where we're at. So as always, firearm is unloaded whenever you're mobile with it. You don't want an accidental discharge or anything crazy like that to happen. Alright, I gotta play around with this because I don't remember which way the batteries go in. Alright, you're gonna hear some other shooting. It's just me and 2 other shooters out here, so shouldn't be anything too crazy. Like I said, they only do about 15 minutes of live fire before you go and check your targets. There you go. Alright, looks like me and this thing are just gonna argue all day. I'll give it about one more chance. I think there might be a button in this stupid thing you have to click. I can't remember. Alright, let's see. Alright, so it looks like my bore sighter's not going to work. So we're just going to go ahead and shoot a set of 5, and we'll go ahead and pull my adjusters off, the caps off, so my adjustments are open. While I'm playing around with this, I saw a meme the other day. Not really a meme, but an Instagram post that as a kid, your dad's telling you, kick your feet up, walk softly, you're going to spook the deer. And then as you grow up, it turns into, hey, let me know if you kill anything, as a text message. And as someone who's active duty, and I grew up hunting and fishing with my dad. That one really rang home to me, just because I used to love hunting and fishing with my dad, and it doesn't really happen too often. That's why I'm super stoked about this elk hunt. It's coming up. He taught me everything I need to know. Not going to really show y'all how to load a magazine. I don't think YouTube likes that too much. But nothing too crazy. Just 5 rounders in, and then we'll aim at the target. I'm probably going to, so I have a 5-part target. I'm going to aim at the bottom left. There we go. Alright. So got her off safe. It's really important that you remember to keep your weapon on safe. And I'm going to zoom this in as far as it'll go, just because I'm a blind bat. So I am wearing my ears. I also have my hearing, or my iPro on. It's always important to make sure that you are being safe whenever you're at gun range, and make sure you follow all of their rules. So now I'm going to be quiet, focus on my breathing, and get ready to shoot. Like I said, always make sure your gun's all safety when you're ready to shoot. That's a flub on me. Alright. Doesn't even look like I hit paper. So I'm actually going to aim at the middle of the target just to see if I can hit on the target anywhere. Alright. I always pick up my brass. I used to reload a lot. I don't do it so much anymore with the moving all the time. Alright. Adjust over a little bit. Alright, why didn't you feed? There we go. Yep. Alright, there we go now. Alright. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright, I'm shooting super low and super right. So you have little dials up on the top. Up is one way, down is the other. So I'm going to take it about 3 clicks up. Let me use a key so I don't blow out my fingernail. Alright. Alright, 4 clicks up. I'm going to do a click to the left. 2 clicks. 3 clicks. Alright. We'll go from there, see how that rolls out for us. Alright, we're getting closer, but not perfect. So I'm going to bring her up a few more clicks. In this case, I'm just using a shell. You can use anything to click your scope over. Some of them are super light, some of them are not. It just depends. Alright, so shot that wasn't all the way back. Alright. As a lefty, I always have to shoot right-handed rifles. Maybe one day I'll be able to afford a left-handed rifle. Alright, we're getting closer. We're trailing upwards. We'll call dead range here in a little bit. I'll take y'all out there and show y'all my upward progression. But it just seems like the scope is just shooting super low. So I'm going to turn her up about to there. And then... Alright. That should get us somewhere close. This is shot number 5 that I'm about to run. So the thing about sighting in is it's a patience game. You don't want to rush this. You don't want to go too fast, too furious. Get it? Too fast, too furious. It's all about family. But yeah, just taking your time and making sure, you know, you want to hold the rifle into you really good. Because if you don't, you're going to have a nasty bruise in a little bit. Alright. Alright, we're getting way closer to that bullseye. Really good. Alright. So I got 4 on paper. They're slowly treading upwards. On this one, what's nice is because it's close enough, I can see the bullet holes perfectly through my optic. Once we get to that further out range, it might be a little bit harder to see. But I'm going to go ahead and reload her up. I think that was into that box. Alright, so as you can see, I keep all my shells. And I'll reload these eventually. I don't just throw the whole thing away. It's really no biggie. But everybody shoots different, and it just depends on what they like. I go with a 30-06 because it's a pretty standard round. You can kill, you know, smaller animals, larger animals. I think Steve Ranella, he said he mostly runs a 300 Win Mag, which is what my dad's bringing to hunt. I think he's bringing that and his 308. He hasn't decided what he wants to walk around with. I'll tell you what, that 300 Win Mag weighs about 80 pounds. Not really, but like it's pretty rough. So I'm sure he'll probably pick the 308 when we actually go out hunting, which both of those are more than enough to take down an elk as long as the 300 Win Mag is huge, but a 308, with a well placed shot, it's more than enough. And my dad's the one who taught me how to shoot. Him and my grandpa, and my grandpa was a marksman, so my dad's a pretty solid shot. I've done a couple sharpshooting competitions and I've done okay. So, but all of it's about patience. You're not out here running and gunning. So, all right, let's see what we're working with here. On this first run through, I'm gonna run 10 shots, see if we can get close on these first 10 shots. If we do, I'll take y'all out there and we'll move the target back to the farther range. See if we can keep drilling in some dimes at that range. Alright. Well, I'm starting to drill a dime, but I'm going to kick her up a little bit higher and a little more, not super far leftward, but a little more leftward. Another thing that they don't really tell you about, but it's important to bring. It's fiery out. No. They got 2 guys. Alright, is a Sharpie, so you can mark your target and see which bullet holes are from your last set, so that way you can continue using the target. That's probably more important than anything else. So, alright. We're taking a little break. New shooters are coming on. They're trying to figure out where they're going to put them. So, yeah. Let him shoot some and figure out what he wants. Go from there, huh? Yeah. Got about 2 minutes. Actually, we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to take pause, unload the rifle. So we're back on safe. I'm going to leave the chamber open so that way when the RSO comes by, he's already like, cool, you're good to go. Catch back up with y'all in a minute. Alright, so now I'm walking out to check on the target. Mark my holes so that way I can get ready for the next round. I think about 5 more shots and we'll be ready to move it out to the far target. It's about 100 yards. As you can see, 5 shots on. This was shot 1 right here. Shot 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they're pretty chill, pretty easy. We're aiming up here. So as you can see, we're steadily moving upwards. I'm probably going to do an extreme up again and then probably 3 clicks over to the left, and we should be good. That simple. Alright guys, as you can probably tell, the range is live again, so we're going to run our shots through again, try and get closer. I'm going to move the clicks up quite a bit this time just to get us up into that middle target so I can move out to the 100-yard range and then go from there. Come on. She don't like running that first load in for some reason. Alright, keep her on safe. She's going to go up. Alright, then we're going to go over about 3 or 4. We'll call it 3. Alright. Once again, I'm not going to talk a whole lot while shooting. Just going to try and get in there. Get her done. Alright. We're getting up into it. We're dead set center. So I'm going to click her up about 4 or 5 more. Alright. This is the thing that sucks about being left-handed, is trying to run a bolt action left-handed. There's left-handed rifles out there. It's just trying to find one in the caliber and the one I like that isn't an arm and a leg. I really like the Christensens, but I cannot afford that. Alright. Somehow we shot in the same spot. I think I was a little jerky on that one, so I'm not going to make any adjustments. I'm just going to shoot again. Come on. Alright. I'm going to click her up about 3 or 4 this time. Go from there. Alright. Alright. Let's go 4 or 5 more clicks up. Like I said, I'm glad I came out here because this thing is way off. Alright. Also, another great thing about Colorado is it's only 65 degrees today. It would be like 100 degrees, and this would be a lot more miserable. I'd be sweating. Slide over so they get my elbow. Alright, there we go. Now we're in line. I'm going to click her over to the left. 2 clicks. Alright, that's 2 clicks to the left. You're curving out. On this. So put her on. Slide forward. Load in some more. We're going to go with 3, and then we'll take a little 4. and then go from there. Four should get me where I need to be. Alright. Lock cocked and ready to rock. Like the kids would say. Alright. 2 clicks. Alright. We should be dialed in. Alright. Now what I mean, pull a little bit to the left, or a little to the right. Alright, so it's really important to take your time, squeeze the trigger, don't jerk the trigger, squeeze the trigger. They're all lessons my dad gave me as a kid. Squeeze, don't jerk. Don't jerk, you're either going to want to go left or right, up or down. Just the further out you get, the more exaggerated. We're on. I'm gonna shoot the last one. Just disconnect it. And then we'll... Alright, last one's in. Alright, so we're going to call it good on the 50, and then we'll go to the 100 round range, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So, moved out to 100 yards. I'm going to run 3 round shots and make adjustments there. Alright. Alright. Little low. So I'll turn her up a couple clicks. fucking bullseye. That was so I'm just gonna shoot a few more times, make sure we're set, and then that's it. That's rifle sighted 100 yards. Just for deer hunting, more than enough. Elk hunting, just have another day, get out to about 220. You eyeball it. Alright. Loose it in my hands, but we're still on target. Alright. I'm gonna run, and we'll run through the rest of this process. And then we'll call her a day. Get home, watch some football. And of course, I'm going to clean it. I'll just clean my wood. That's pretty boring. I don't think YouTube wants you to show me to show you how to hold a firearm. So, I'll go from there. I'll finish this up. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for staying tuned in. We'll catch you on the next one.